Thank you for having us. Yunus, thank you for being here in Bucharest at How to Web.
Thank you. So what a lively and vibrant ecosystem here. It's
Yeah,
nice to be
yeah.
here.
I want to start with a question for the audience, actually, because we're going to talk about AI. How many of you have tried, tested AI systems without knowing anything about their security? Without knowing if they are safe, they are okay, you can raise your hands. We know that you experiment. Yeah. So this is what we're going to talk today, because Yunus, you at Validaitor, which is a university spin-off in security, and I like to put it in simple words. You are a security system that validates that AI systems that are used inside the company are compliant with the EU AI Act, with ICO standards and so on. Did I describe it well?
Yeah, for sure. So our platform helps our customers to test their AI system for security. Actually, security is just one part of that, okay? Security, fairness, when it comes to Gen AI, hallucinations, as you all know it, privacy issues, whether the AI leaks private information, etc. So that the developers can comprehensively test their AI models, AI systems, and they discover vulnerabilities. And this testing happens in alignment with AI standards and regulations. So at the moment, AI is being regulated inside European Union with the so-called EU AI Act. And EU AI Act says that if you are developing AI systems, then you need to test them before you put them in production. So in our platform, the AI developers can test their AI systems and implement the requirements of AI standards like EU AI Act, ISO 42001, and other AI standards, so that they become compliant with these global or local, regional AI regulations and standards to gain the trust of their customers. And
so you don't take the fun out of AI, or the fun of trying an AI system.
We put more fun, actually.
Yeah, but you can test it in a more safe environment, basically, with Validaitor.
Yes. So we help you discover the vulnerabilities of your AI, and we help you to develop more trustworthy, more reliable AI. We highlight the weak spotlights, okay, and then provide you some suggestions so that you can increase the robustness of your AI, and that is a win-win situation, okay? That's a win for you because your AI performs better in the hands of your customers, and this is also a win from customer sides because they see that, okay, this company's AI is validated by a third party, like Validaitor, so that I can trust to them. Moreover, okay, this is in alignment with EU AI Act, this is in alignment with ISO 42001, which puts kind of a trust badge, in between the customers and the users.
So usually I like the startups that come from research projects, and you are such a startup. You are a spin-off from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. You started as a research project and then developed into a business. And I know that many of the founders here that are now in the research phase are asking themselves, how can I make this big step from having great technology to having great business?
Yeah, correct. So we are a spin-off from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. It's a research university in Germany, in southwestern part. And we actually went through all of the difficulties that European-led incubated project can have. So we are a deep tech company in the beginning, right? AI testing requires special knowledge, and I myself is an AI researcher who is working on trustworthy AI safety, AI security topics. So we incubated the project inside the university, and since this is a deep tech area, I mean, it requires some sort of heavy investment in the product development stage. But luckily enough, so we had access to some grants through university, to government grants, and at the end of the day, we developed our MVP and put it into markets, and luckily again got some investors right after that, Among them is Bitdefender from Romania, right? So we are very proud that we have Bitdefender as one of our investors, actually. But this journey from a research project to a market-ready product requires some sort of investment on the product side. And that requires the support of the university incubator programs, accelerator programs, as well as some government grants, some European grants, and subsequently the support from some VCs, some investors, so that you can confidently place your product into the market.
And we're going to get to the investment part, but I'm curious because we see AI companies starting from the US, from China, and they start with this big growth. Like I like to say, they scrap the internet and train their models. Is there an advantage to building an AI company and an AI compliant company as Validaitor here in Europe? Because we have regulation. I don't have a mic. I have a mic. We have. Yeah. Let's change it here in Europe. How is to build an AI company in Europe?
So this is a very interesting question. So AI is being regulated inside European Union. As we know, Europe is very famous for its regulations, and it's kind of perceived like, okay, we hinder innovation in Europe. We kind of put some blocks to the startups by putting the burden of the regulations, etc. But the good thing about this particular regulation, so-called EU AI Act, is that it is well aware of the risks of AI. Okay, AI is great. It's transforming our society in a very dramatic way, but AI has some very serious risks. It has risk in security, safety, hallucinations, truthfulness, bias, and legal issues. Since EU is going full force in enforcing the trustworthy AI best practices, I think this is the moment for European startups to shine in secure, reliable, controlled AI. So we have the baseline for it. Okay, the EU AI Act sets the baseline, sets the fundamentals, and startups like us, like Validaitor, facilitates the implementation of these regulations so that the European startups can shine in international scene by really claiming that, okay, our AI is being developed by respecting the fundamental rights, by respecting the safety and security of the human beings from day one, okay? And by design, all of these concerns are integrated in the AI development lifecycle, which means, so as we know in the trust markets, that is what we need, or what the users need in the global scene. Because now every user really aware of the fact that AI hallucinates, thanks to the ChatGPT, right? So everyone is aware of that. My neighbor, my landlord, even the average layman in the street are really now well aware of the problems of the Gen AI, in particular the chatbots. So it's a really good time to shine by saying that, okay, our AI is being developed by taking these risks very seriously from day one. And in my opinion, this gives a competitive edge to European startups because US startups might be faster in developing uncontrolled AI, but in the midterm, they are risking the confidence and trust of their users. I believe the moment for European startups are here.
So building maybe slower but safer
Exactly.
AI. You mentioned about getting the financing when you spin off from university and building Validaitor, and you mentioned you are one of the startups that were a part of the investments from Bitdefender Voyager Ventures. So if you don't know, Bitdefender company from Romania, one of the biggest in cybersecurity, has this investment arm. Tell me more about the experience of working with them, and maybe about how you thought that Bitdefender Voyager Ventures can help you. Because sometimes startups think about corporate funds as a risk. what if they will take the product? What if they will basically bury my idea and my business?
Yes, I'm really happy, as I said, I'm really happy to have Bitdefender with us. And it might be surprising to you. As you said, the corporate-backed funds are usually not very risk-taking, but rather risk-aware. But the case with us is pretty much the opposite. So Bitdefender has invested in us in our very early stage. We were just in the market with minimal revenue, and yeah, Bitdefender was one of the first investors that said to us, yes, I'm in. Why? Because first of all, they are a cybersecurity vendor. They have the European perspective, and they have the cybersecurity perspective. And cybersecurity for AI is probably among the most important topics when it comes to the technology world right now, because of the crazy adoption in AI. That helped a lot, okay, their cybersecurity backgrounds, and also their European backgrounds kind of give them the understanding that, okay, the regulations in Europe can be turned into advantage, not a blocker, not a kind of a stopper for the innovation, but rather, if we can simplify these regulations for the European companies, then it can be a really innovation stepstone. And that is how we got Bitdefender as our investor. And so far, I would say that our experience among our investors, Bitdefender is the number one. For example, I am here thanks to the Bitdefender. They make me aware of these cool events. They bring us to the event organizer. They give us the exhibition stand in the startup area. And thanks to them, in particular, Validaitor, our investor here. So I am having connections with internal and external stakeholders here. So this is what a startup can expect from its investors, right? So really, really very, very positive experience so far.
Coming back to the product and how Validaitor works, is it a product for bigger companies that have complex issues? And how do you integrate with their tech stacks? Because we know that corporates have this very complicated process for accepting new technologies, testing them. Is that the place for Validaitor inside the company? Or you can work also with smaller companies that want to be sure?
Yes, so our platform integrates with the existing CI/CD pipelines, okay? So we have integrations with MLOps platforms. We have like Azure, Google, AWS, whatever. And we have integrations with existing document stores, compliance systems, risk management systems. So it is really easy to integrate with the existing tech stack. So what we are bringing to the table for an organization is, so our platform really help them from day one. From the initiation of any AI system till its retirement, govern them carefully in alignment with regulations and standards, AI regulations and standards. So by design, we don't want to complicate. We don't want to put extra workflows or processes, but rather, we try to integrate the AI quality into the existing workflows, into the existing policies, so that they can be streamlined with minimal effort. Our goal is that if a company uses Validaitor platform, then it helps with two things. One is it should minimize the cost, time and effort cost for complying with the AI regulations so that they can focus on what they need to do in the first place, which is developing cool AI applications. And the second goal of the platform is to facilitate, to make it clear the quality of the existing AI systems in an organization, okay? We help them. We provide testing out of the box. You connect your system, you test it automatically for security, for hallucinations, whatever, and you get the big picture of your AI quality in a central dashboard. And this gives you the direction of, okay, in which area you need to improve your AI system, and when you are doing that, actually, you are implementing the regulatory obligations of EU AI Act or other AI standards.
I am convinced that around us. No, it works. If I squeeze it, it stops working. Here at How to Web, there are a lot of AI companies that are developing AI systems. So from Validaitor's perspective, what is a non-compliant AI system, external or developed internally? What are those characteristics that get flagged?
Okay, a non-compliant AI system would appear as a failing system in production with no apparent reasons. You put a chatbot, and it starts to put some, like it starts to leak their rec system, their sensitive information, or it starts to engage in conversations, as you can imagine, toxic contents, even the insulting expressions, etc. And you just discover them when one of your users complain you about that. Okay, this is a real appearance of a non-compliant AI system. The idea of AI compliance is to prevent these kind of unexpected problems and risks before they happen. Just put some guardrails, just get help from platforms like us so that you can control this behavior before you see them as a surprise. That is the first thing. And the second is that being compliant or developing compliant AI is actually your respect to your customers. Okay? You are not just caring the immediate benefits, but long-term relationship with your customers. And that is why safe and secure AI is very important to maintain long-term, trustful relationships with your customers in the long run.
So it's not important in AI just to be a core product, but to be a safe and secure product because you use the data of the people.
Yes. It is possible at being cool and at the same time being secure and safe.
I think this is the right message to end our talk. Yunus, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And have fun here around at How to Web. Thank you.
I'm already having fun. Thank you very much.